Kristen, and I am here with another video for your eyeballs and your earballs and whatever other balls you have. This is what happens when you don't script things. You wind up saying balls a lot. Anyway, today I'm going to tackle some personal questions that you all asked me last week. Last week's video brought you a lot of updates, a lot of new developments, a lot of new things about everyone is gay, and also my life. I live in Los Angeles. What the hell? Okay, great starter question from Katie. Why did you guys move to Los Angeles? Katie is referring to me and my wife, Jenny. The long and short of it is we moved here because of Jenny's work. She writes her own music and plays her own music, but she has also recently been writing music for other artists and writing with other musicians for other people and all this fun stuff that I don't really understand all the details of, but I know that it's really cool and she's been having an amazing time doing it. And bonus prize for me, my sister lives here. My sister lives just a couple miles away from my house right now, and I've never gotten to spend any of my adult life really in the same city as her. It's my favorite part about Los Angeles so far. Okay, relatedly, Becca asks, are you doing any more first-person videos? Without getting too into the boring detailed parts of this, First Person was brought together by two different companies, PBS Digital and WNET. And WNET is based in New York. And I used to be based in New York, but I'm not based in New York anymore. So I did the first season of First Person. Also, for those of you who don't know what First Person is, I've put a link down below. There's 20 episodes that have me interviewing people in the LGBTQIA community. First Person may be continuing, that is a to be determined situation, but more than likely it will not be continuing with me because I'm all the way over here, 3,000 miles away from where that show is being made. Another question is from Tess. How did you and Jenny meet and what was the first dance at your wedding? Jenny and I met through my friend and her friend, Ingrid Michelson. Jenny was playing with Ingrid a bunch back in the mid-2000s, and I went to college with Ingrid, and I would go to her shows and sometimes sell merchandise and things like that. I met Jenny like that, just going to shows together, and I met her years before we started dating, and I wanted to date her forever, and she didn't want to date me forever, but I finally convinced her. And then we got married, which leads me to your second question. What was our first dance at our wedding? And it was the song I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos. It was great. It was Jenny's pick. She really wanted that to be our first dance. It was awesome. It was great. I really loved our wedding. Okay. What music am I listening to? So I've been super listening to Elle King a bunch lately. I love her. I've been listening to a lot of badasses, I feel like. Alabama Shakes. Who else? A lot of screaming. Oh, Sia. I fucking love Sia. I've been really into strong women singing loudly about what the fuck they want, what the fuck they need. I think as a person who identifies as a cisgender woman, I've been raised, as many of us have been, to think that we aren't good enough, or that what other people think of us defines us, or that we shouldn't speak up, or that if we do, we should at least wait our turn, and all this shit. It's 2016, but this is the truth, that so many women are made to feel this way, and I have that all inside of me, and music is one of the biggest ways that I remind myself that I can talk, and I can talk loud, and I can say what I want, and that's important. I need to be reminded of that a lot. Okay, a question from Twitter from Brienne is, what is your favorite city that you visited on your book tour? First of all, I can't. I'm horrible at picking favorites to begin with, but also there's no way for me to pick a favorite. I had a blast. Okay, but here's the thing. It was the first time I had ever been to Montreal, and in a couple of the cities we had hotels that sponsored us, so they let us stay in the hotel for free, which is incredible. And in Montreal, there's a hotel called the Sofitel, and it's so fancy, and they put us up in their hotel for originally one night, but then there was this huge snowstorm, and so we had to cancel Toronto, so we wound up in Montreal for 2 nights. And so Danielle and I each had our own room, and it was so fancy, and everyone was speaking French, and it was a dream. So whenever I talk about Montreal, I'm like, oh my god, it's the best city, and people are like, really, what did you see? And I'm like, the hotel. I got a handful of questions about the lemons. I really got a lot of laughs out of all of your comments about the lemons. And you know what, maybe in the future I will like bake some lemon bars. We can all make some lemon bars together. If I didn't get to your personal question in this episode, it means that I either haven't seen it yet because maybe your comment came in after I went in, or it just means that this video got so long that I'll have to move them to other videos, but I promise you that I will do my best to get to all of your questions about me. Before I leave you today, my question is twofold. One, if you have advice questions, leave them below. I'm gonna put up a number right here, which is the advice phone number. So if you'd rather call in a question, I would love to hear from you. You can call this number and you can ask your question there, and I will play your question on that episode and answer it to the best of my abilities. And the last thing I will leave you with is guests. You have asked for so many guests, so please, below, let me know who you want to see. I can't tell you how much it meant to me last week to engage with all of you. I really can't. I didn't know what to expect. It was a scary thing for me to say, okay, I'm gonna do a video all by myself. I've never really had a one-on-one relationship with you before, and it was so exciting to me. I'm so excited by how many of you told me how excited you were to see me and to see this channel so active, how many questions you had for me. It really, those questions and your excitement just really fueled me. Have a wonderful week. Leave your questions, leave your comments below. I'll see you soon.